Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am Rehan, known as Rehan Textile Wala, working at Government College of Technology, Multan. Nowadays, I am a part of AI teacher training or by Tevta Punjab and Rehan AI School. Today, I am going to talk on a very important topic with ChatGPT. So we start a talk with ChatGPT. Assalamu alaikum.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम। कैसा है आप? उम्मीद है आप खैरियत से होंगे। आज आपका दिन कैसा गुजरा?
I am fine and today was also fine. I want to talk on the topic how to create a growth mindset and embrace challenges.
That sounds like a fantastic topic. A growth mindset can really transform the way we approach challenges and learning. What specific aspects are you most interested in exploring?
What exactly is a growth mindset and how it is different from a fixed mindset?
Great question. A growth mindset is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication, effort, and learning. On the other hand, a fixed mindset is the belief that our abilities are static and cannot change much over time. People with a growth mindset tend to embrace challenges, learn from feedback, and persist in the face of setbacks, whereas those with a fixed mindset might avoid challenges and give up more easily.
And why having a growth mindset important for a person and professional success?
Having a growth mindset is crucial because it fosters resilience, continuous learning, and adaptability. In a professional context, it means you're more likely to take on new challenges, learn from mistakes, and keep improving your skills. This approach often leads to greater innovation, better problem solving, and long-term success because you're always growing and evolving.
What are some common signs that a person stuck in a fixed mindset?
Some common signs include avoiding challenges, giving up easily when faced with obstacles, feeling threatened by others' success, and being resistant to feedback or criticism. People with a fixed mindset often believe their abilities are innate and unchangeable, so they may avoid situations where they might fail or look incompetent.
Can someone start shifting from fixed mindset to a growth mindset?
Absolutely. It's definitely possible. Some ways to shift include embracing challenges rather than avoiding them, viewing failures as learning opportunities, seeking feedback and using it constructively, and practicing self reflection to recognize and challenge limiting beliefs. Over time, these practices help build a more growth oriented mindset.
What is the role of self-talk play in developing a growth mindset?
Self-talk plays a huge role because it shapes how we perceive challenges and our abilities. Positive, constructive self-talk encourages us to view setbacks as temporary and surmountable, boosting our resilience and motivation. On the other hand, negative self-talk can reinforce a fixed mindset by making us doubt our abilities. So cultivating positive, growth-oriented self-talk can significantly support developing a growth mindset.
And can a social media play an important role in a growth mindset?
Definitely. Social media can have a big impact. On the positive side, it can expose us to new ideas, success stories, and communities that encourage growth and learning. However, it can also sometimes foster comparison and a fixed mindset if we focus too much on others' highlight reels. The key is to curate your social media feed in a way that inspires growth, learning, and positivity.
And how can we learn to embrace challenges instead of avoiding them?
A great way to embrace challenges is to start by changing your perspective on them. View challenges as opportunities to learn and grow rather than threats. Break big challenges into smaller, manageable steps so they feel less overwhelming. Celebrate small wins along the way and reflect on what you've learned from each experience. Also, surrounding yourself with a supportive community can encourage you to take on challenges with confidence.
How can a failure be a important part of a growth mindset?
Failure is actually a powerful catalyst for growth because it provides valuable lessons and insights that success often doesn't. When we view failure as a stepping stone rather than a setback, we become more resilient and adaptive. Each failure helps us identify areas for improvement, refine our strategies, and ultimately get closer to our goals. Embracing failure in this way is a key component of a growth mindset.
What daily habits can help strengthen a growth mindset?
A few helpful daily habits include setting aside time for reflection, like journaling about what you learned each day. Another great habit is to set small, achievable goals that push your boundaries and help you grow. Consistently seeking feedback and viewing it as a tool for improvement is also key. Additionally, practicing mindfulness or meditation can help you stay open and positive. And of course, surrounding yourself with a supportive community that encourages growth is super beneficial.
And how can our students or beginners apply the growth mindset in their learning process?
For students or beginners, applying a growth mindset can start with embracing challenges and viewing mistakes as learning opportunities rather than failures. They can set realistic and incremental goals, celebrate their progress, and reflect on what they've learned after each attempt. Encouraging them to seek feedback, stay persistent, and remain curious will also help. Plus, fostering a positive learning environment where effort is valued over innate ability can make a big difference.
Can we help others like friends, students, and colleagues to develop a growth mindset?
Absolutely. One way is to model a growth mindset yourself by sharing your own learning experiences and how you overcome challenges. You can encourage them by providing positive, constructive feedback and praising their effort rather than just their innate talent. Also, fostering a supportive environment where questions and curiosity are welcomed can help a lot. And you can provide resources, mentorship, and encouragement to help them see that growth is always possible.
And what are some practical examples of turning challenges into opportunities?
One practical example could be taking on a project outside your comfort zone, even if it feels daunting at first, and then using it as a chance to develop new skills and gain confidence. Another example is receiving constructive criticism and using it to refine your approach rather than feeling discouraged. Also, when facing setbacks, you can analyze what went wrong, learn from it, and adapt your strategy moving forward. These kinds of approaches turn challenges into stepping stones for growth.
Can you tell me some techniques or tips for a growth mindset?
Of course, one effective technique is to practice reframing challenges by focusing on what you can learn from them. Another tip is to keep a growth journal where you reflect daily on what went well and what you learned. You can also set incremental goals and celebrate small wins to build momentum. Another helpful approach is to seek feedback actively and use it constructively. And of course, maintaining a positive inner dialogue or self talk helps reinforce that growth mindset.
Today talk is very important. I hope it is very fruitful for me and our audience. Thank you, Allah Hafiz.
You're very welcome. I'm really glad you found it helpful, and I'm sure your audience will benefit greatly. If you ever need more tips or want to dive deeper into any topic, just let me know. Best of luck with everything.
Sure, we soon meet you again.
ज़रूर, मैं हमेशा हाज़िर हूँ, आपको जब भी कोई मदद चाहिए हो या कुछ भी पूछना हो बस बेझिझक बताइएगा। उम्मीद है आपका सफ़र बेहद कामयाब रहेगा।